So, so here's one reason why dogs like this one pull their owners on leash to the point where they just drag like this. This is because when she was a puppy, and first of all, look at her body language. Her tail's tucked. She is literally terrified right now, just being out here. But one reason why dogs learn to pull from you as an owner is when they're a puppy, you take them out to go potty on a leash like this. Go potty, sweetie. Go potty. Go potty. And so she start going this way, and then we follow them. Maybe they want to go potty over here. No, okay, then he stop. So when they stop, we stop. When the puppy, 8 weeks old, 10 weeks old, moves and wants to go potty over here because we want them to go potty. I really just want you to go potty. So what am I doing the whole time? I'm following her. I'm already at 8 weeks old, 10 weeks old, 12 weeks old, however age you got your puppy, letting them know I'm going to follow them wherever they go. So then they become an adult, and why would they just automatically say, "Oh, you know what? I'm potty trained now. I'm grown out of that, so I'll follow you." No, you've been following them from day one. A better way to potty train your dog and leash train them is when you take them out and go potty, walk back and forth with purpose. Don't just stand there. Don't follow them to the bush or the grass where you think that they want to go potty. Just move. Because here's the thing, they'll actually go potty a lot faster. And that's really what it's about is you just want them to go potty fast because you have other things to do in your life other than wait for your cute little puppy to take a shit. So if you move their body physically, get them moving, guess what's going to happen? Their insides are going to get moving like that, just like that. Guess what? You move the body physically, the insides are going to move too. And then you watching right now, if you get up in the morning and you go to the gym like I do early in the morning, sometimes when you first get up, you don't really have to go potty. But once in a while, you get there, you start warming up, you're on a treadmill for a few minutes. Next thing you know, timeout, for a bathroom break. It's the same thing with your dog or your puppy. If you want your puppy to go potty faster, walk with them, move back and forth. Plus, you're also then teaching them to follow you, not that you're going to follow them wherever they want to go. So I'm going to go right back to it with Malibu because she needs the practice in this environment. Now, Malibu being terrified to be out here, if I just let her lead, she has no leadership. Malibu's not even leading in this situation. What's leading is her fear. Her fear is leading both of us. So I'm going to provide her leadership simply by doing this very simple task. You notice I'm not talking to her, I'm not touching her, not rewarding her. Her reward is the fact that I'm providing her direction. We're just going to walk back and forth. All you have to do, Malibu, is just follow me. Let me just have you focus on that. Simple. Because otherwise, she's going to focus on everything else out here in the park. People walking, dogs, scooters, bikes, ducks, birds, cars, grass, all of these things that quite frankly for her, freak her the fuck out. Or I can get her into this state of mind where she just follows. And now the tail's not tucked. You see her prancing a little bit. Her head's coming up. Hi, mama. Much, much better state of mind. Much healthier state of mind. Or I could just follow her as she pulls me with her tail tucked, terrified, just seeking some kind of refuge from this terrifying, scary spot. So, get your dog moving. Your dog's pulling you towards something. Here's the thing, as a puppy, or as your adult dog, understand this, that if your dog is out front, so I'm going to walk towards this piece of paper, this piece of trash here. If I let her go to that piece of trash, she pulls me towards it and she gets to smell it. That's her reward. Her getting there and smelling that piece of trash. Or if your dog grabs the piece of trash, or the tree that your dog wants to smell, or the grass, trash, whatever it is they're pulling you towards to go smell or pee on, that thing that they are pulling you towards is their reward. That is their positive reinforcement. The behavior that they're doing before they get to that thing, tree, bush, grass, trash, whatever it is, the thing that they're doing before they get there and get rewarded is the fact that they're pulling you. Moreover, more deeply, they're disengaged from you. They're in prey drive. And so look at what's happening. We're positively reinforcing a state of mind that we don't want. We're positively reinforcing them pulling us towards what they want. When they get there, that's the reward. I hope that makes sense to people. You don't have to give a dog a treat for it to be a reward. It's what does they want. If you're sitting there and doing obedience training with treats, they obviously want the treat. If you're out in the park, they may want to go smell a tree. It's the same thing. That's what they want in the moment. So if we walk there, they're pulling, that's the reward. Or, and I'm not saying don't let your dog sniff. For all you people out there, but you got to let your dog sniff. That's just mean. You got to, well, that's their dogs. You got to let them sniff. Yeah, I agree with you. But are we taking them to that thing to sniff, or are they dragging us to it? There is a difference. How are we communicating with them? What state of mind are we rewarding? Are we rewarding them for pulling us? Because if sniffing is what they want, and the dogs have to sniff, that's a reward. It's positive for them. Are we giving them that when they're pulling us, or are we providing it for them when they're in a better state of mind and walking with us, not pulling us on the leash? You have a choice there. So if we walk over here, you want to smell that light post perhaps. I'm going to do it. We're going to walk over there when this leash is loose, not when she's out in front of me pulling towards it. When we can walk up to it together like this. She's sniffing right now. I don't mind. She's not pulling me. She's not dragging. So she gets rewarded for a good state of mind. If she doesn't want it, she doesn't want it. Let's go. So anybody out there with puppies, when you're standing outside in the yard or you're standing out front and you stand there and you just let them smell and sniff and then you follow them to see if that's where they want to pee, you are creating bad habits. You are teaching your dog you're a follower. It looks like this, only smaller version if it's a puppy. So look at, now that I'm not giving her direction anymore, look what happened to her tail. There's an absence of leadership now. I stopped giving her any direction, tail tucked. She's on her own. She's in her own world right now. Now I'm a follower, and look at the body language. Or watch this. Count how many passes it takes to get her body language back to a little bit more pack drive, a little bit more confident. Couple passes. And is she going to look at me here? Hi, Mama. Good job. Good girl. Provide your dog leadership, and they will feel much more comfortable in whatever environment it is. Let's go. I'm not asking her to be in a strict heel. I'm just giving her something to follow, somebody to follow. Your dog does not want to be the leader. Your dog does not want to be in control. Your dog doesn't want you to follow them. But because you have made the decision, the choice to not step up and take that role, well, they are forced to do it. Somebody's got to be in control. Somebody's got to be a leader. That's what nature dictates. Can't argue with it. Can't have two followers. And dog, being more instinctual based, closer to nature in a sense, they're just going to fill that void. If there is an absence of leadership, they are going to take the helm. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not saying she can't sniff the ground either. She can sniff. Let's go. Malibu. Good girl. Good girl. Sit. So we can do a little movement, and I can still give her direction when we stop and be still. This is the most challenging thing for your dog, for this dog, is to sit and do nothing. So let's kind of watch the time and how long it takes for her to move from this position. Only thing I'm going to do is ask her to sit. So what was that, 15, 20 seconds maybe? That's how overstimulated she is. Unable to just turn off and watch the world go by. So you see her adjust and move around. If you want to see this way, she's going to adjust and try to see this way. She's going to get up. She's going to smell the ground first, and then she's going to get up. Your dog should be able to sit with you. Let me back up. Your dog should be able to be still, sit or lay down while you stand there, quite frankly, indefinitely. As long as you want to stand there, they should be able to just sit and then eventually just lay down on their own. They should definitely be able to do that. It is definitely something super easy for you to teach at home that will have a huge impact in terms of the confidence of your dog, the relationship you have with them, how calm they are overall when you go out into the world, because they can't sit still indefinitely. And now you're trying to walk them. Everything is stimulating them. Everything is stimulating. They need to just learn to be still. Before you start moving, learn to be still first. In martial arts, they have you practice movements super slowly. Hundreds and thousands of repetitions at a slow speed first. Very, very slow. And then once you've mastered it slowly, then they have you speed it up. So she's increasing her time a little bit. All I'm doing if she gets up is having her sit again. At this point, because she is excited, she is in an excited state of mind, I'm not even talking to her. I'm just going to give her a little pressure on a leash and communicate I want her to sit. So I'm just giving her guidance with this leash to sit back down. I'm not standing right next to her. The leash stays loose. I'm not trying to force her to stay sitting. If she wants to get up, it's another opportunity for me to have her sit. But you see, she was facing that way. She's faced this way. She's now facing this way. She's just unsettled. She's going to turn around, face this way. So if you want to drastically improve your walks in your neighborhood, go out in your driveway and work on having your dog stay still for an hour. Simple. Do that. Do that for a week. Work on that. And watch how your walks improve. Watch how a lot of different things will improve with your dog. Just calm. So I'm still going to have her sit. I did not move my feet. She reacted to the dog. I bring her back. I'm going to have her sit again. And then I relax. I'm not following her. I'm not getting excited. I'm not telling her Malibu no. I'm not punishing her. I'm just going to bring her back and have her sit while she watches this rat terrier mix. Watch. I am going to stay near her head. That's the quickness, that's the power that caused her to drag her mom through gravel. Here's the thing. In that situation, for you people watching at home that are not 6'6", 255 pounds and can't just anchor a dog, your first move, when you see her move and lunge like that, your first move needs to be this. Both hands on the leash, turn and move. If your first move is not that, you are going to get dragged. You are going to get hurt. Your dog might get away from you. Your first move, again, it needs to be this. If you're standing here, well, what you don't need to be doing is this, where you're tense all the time. You're here, or you have this leash coiled up around your hand. That's tension. And then you're holding like this. You got pressure on a leash. Your muscles are already becoming fatigued because you're squeezing this. Your forearm is flexed. Your bicep is flexed, so you're already tense. Your muscles are already going through some fatigue from being squeezed, so that when you actually need to use them, they're already weaker. They're already tired. You've just been holding like this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour on your walk, walking like this. Tension. Be here and then be here. Be relaxed so that you can have full strength when the time comes. You're also communicating something to your dog when this thing is wrapped around your hand, when there's pressure on the leash. Like all I want her to do is sit. So if I keep pressure on this leash, I'm communicating something to her. Now Malibu has had training with me, so more pressure, continued pressure, she goes into her next default, which is lay down. So, but if I sit here with pressure like this, I'm communicating I'm nervous about something out here. I'm worried about something. She can't do anything else from this. She can't lay down. So if I have pressure, I'm causing more frustration. I'm miscommunicating to her that I want something, and also I'm definitely communicating I'm worried about something. I'm worried about this dog coming by us. I'm worried about this person coming by us. I'm worried about this bike. Oh boy. Just be cool. Be relaxed. But if she lunges, move. That's why I practice so many leash drills, walking back and forth, so that if your dog sees you turn and move like this, she just comes, because that's what's been taught. If you walk away as leader, she follows. They're more than happy to do it. You just need to practice the repetition of them following and you leading, because you've had thousands of repetitions of you following your dog. And so we've got to counter that with at least a few dozen repetitions of you actually leading them. So I don't know how long she's been able to sit still. It probably hasn't even been 5 minutes. But I can promise you this, the next time we come to the park and try to have her sit still, it's going to be 15, 20, 30 minutes first time right away. Just going through this exercise. Even though she hasn't made it past 5 minutes, the next time she'll be able to do it. She'll get to 30. I promise. It's about the process, not the result right away. Go through the process. Right?